Good afternoon. My name is Judge Christy Ruppe. You're all here today for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you've been arrested. As you appear before me today, you're considered not guilty of what you've been charged with. That status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you're arrested on a new charge or a warrant. Either way, you're given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of release that will be imposed upon you. You are entitled to have a lawyer represent you at each stage of these proceedings. If you cannot afford to hire one, I will appoint the Public Defender's Office for you today. You're also entitled to make a phone call to let friends, family, or counsel know who you are. If you haven't had the opportunity to make that phone call, please let me know. I'll make sure you get that phone call today. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded. There is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be held against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Solemnly swear or affirm the testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Very good. As I call your name, please come forward to the podium. Emily Wasco.
With all content cards. Or the
Can I have your date of birth?
4/28/92.
Okay, you are here today for a violation of an injunction. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes.
Would the Public Defender's Office state any prior concerns?
A adjudication for a violation of pretrial release out of Hernando in March of 2018, as well as an adjudication for a battery in April 2018 out of Hernando, as well as a pretrial diversion for a battery out of Hernando in 2014.
May I have an address for you in Crest Haven Court in Spring Hill? Is that where you live?
Yep.
How long have you lived there?
5 years.
Okay. Do you have a job?
No.
All right, I'm going to give you a bond in this case, but I need to tell you that you are under no circumstances to have any contact with Charles Stockwell. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Do not call, do not write, do not email, do not have anyone else call him, write him, or email him. Any way that you can imagine having contact with Charles, I forbid you from doing so. And if you do have any contact with him while this case is pending, you can be charged with another crime and held with that bond. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to set your bond at $5,000. We're going to see you back to court on July 3rd at 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
Ashley Cannon. Can I have your date of birth?
10/22/87.
You were here today for a grand theft. Your bond amount is currently $2,000. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Iman on April 26, 2018. So there's probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office. State.
Your Honor, I'm not showing a conviction. I'm just showing just a dropped May 2019 grand theft down in Hernando County.
Okay. Ms. Cannon, I have an address for you on Tannehill Street in Dade City. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
About a year and a half.
Okay. Do you have a job?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
I wanted to request an ROR.
That's what we're doing here, ma'am. That's the purpose of this hearing. That's what I told you at the beginning. All right. Just trying to figure out. Oh, this is a grand theft of a firearm, it looks like. All right, I'm going to set your bond at $500. We'll see you back to court July 9th at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Jacqueline Griffin. Can I have your date of birth?
24/90.
You are here today for trafficking in drugs, possession of marijuana, possession of paraphernalia. Your bond amounts are currently $52,000. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am. Can I get a bond reduction?
Okay, look around you right now in that room you're in. Look around you.
Okay.
What do you think every single person is there for?
Okay.
Okay. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you, state.
Yes, Your Honor, if I could just have a moment.
Thank you.
Stay right there. This is what drugs does to you.
A use of two-way communication device to facilitate a felony adjudication in 2017 where a state prison sentence was imposed, and it was with other charges as well, including keeping a place for using or selling controlled substances, adjudication in 17, as well as possession of meth with intent to distribute, adjudication in 2017. Methaclone or methylqualeone, Your Honor, adjudication in 2017. As well as, that was the felonies recent ones, the adjudication for resisting a merchant in 2014 out of Lake County. Actual constructive possession of a synthetic in 2010 where another state prison sentence was imposed of a year and a day. A burglary of a dwelling, occupied dwelling, unarmed, adjudication in 2009. And no other history, Your Honor.
Ma'am, I have an address for you on Flanders Road in Macucci. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
My whole life.
Well, that's not true. When did you get out of DOC?
I got out in September of last year.
September of 2018?
No, January 19th.
Okay, so you just got out 6 months ago?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, January 14th, 2019. She was sentenced in July of 2015 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 felonies in Sumter County. And the 2008 cases were 1, 2, 3, 4 cases out of Lake and Pasco. All right. Do you have a job? Did I ask you that? Do you have a job?
I did have Jennings.
Right. Count number 1 is going to be 75,000. Count number 2 is 10,000. Count number 3 is 3,000. I've appointed the public defender's office. We'll see you back to court July 1st at 1:30. Aisha Hunt Frederick.
Hello.
Can I have your date of birth?
7/20/1998.
You were here today for a battery charge. Your bond amount is currently $1,000. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. State.
No prior history, Your Honor.
All right. I don't have an address for you. It just says that you are from New York. Is that right?
Yes, I was visiting family with my boyfriend.
Does your boyfriend live here?
No, we're both from New York. We are homeless.
All right. What family do you have? Where does your family live that lives here?
Pasco County.
Okay. And do you have a job?
No.
Okay. I need to order that you have no contact with the victim. In this case, Jenny Hoyas, don't have any contact with her whatsoever. Do not call, do not write, do not email. Do not have anyone else call her, write her, or email her. Any way that you can imagine having contact with her, I forbid you from doing so. And if you do have any contact with her while this case is pending, you can be charged with another crime and held without bond. I'm going to set your bond at $5,000. I'm going to see you back to court on July 3rd at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Tasha Williams.
Judge, I believe there's an offer in her case.
Okay, I gotcha. Ms. Williams, can I have your date of birth?
6/24/81.
Okay. Ms. Williams, you were supposed to be in court in front of me yesterday. Apparently you showed up later in the afternoon when I was not here, and that was for a driving on a suspended driver's license. So at that time, there was already a KPS out for your arrest with a bond amount of $4,000. I do have your driving record here. It does indicate that you did get your valid driver's license back. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. When did you get that back?
Thursday or Friday.
Okay. All right. You would qualify for the clerk withhold, but let's see, when was the state?
The offer from the state judge in this case was obtain a valid driver's license for withhold fines and costs.
Okay, and that's fine. If you want to take care of your case today, we can do a withhold fines and costs. You would owe about $500 to the clerk of court. Your other alternative is that I can ROR you. You can come back in with your driver's license and apply for a clerk withhold, and we'll set you up for a status check to make sure that you pay that clerk withhold. It's about $320 or $330. Which one do you want to do?
The second one.
Okay.
She's got her license.
So we'll ROR it. We're going to ROR you today. I'm going to let you out, even though you've missed court more than once now. And I'm going to have you come back to court on July 3rd at 9 a.m. By that time, I want you to have been to the clerk of court and applied for the clerk withhold. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you don't have to pay the full $330 by then, but you have to apply for it and put down some type of money between now and then. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have the public defender appointed previously?
I'm sorry, what?
Did you have the public defender appointed on your case previously?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll make sure they're still on your case, okay? See you back to court July 3rd.
Yeah.
Robert McMahon. Can I have your date of birth?
6/19/1980.
And you were here today for a domestic battery, so there's no bond pursuant to statute. I found probable cause for your arrest. Did you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. State.
An adjudication for a battery in 2012 out of Hernando, and no other history, Your Honor.
The same victim, do you know?
Your Honor, I'm not aware.
Okay. All right, so I have an address here on Bishop Road in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
About 10 years.
Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, is that where you live with your stepdad?
Yes.
Okay. I need to order that you have no contact with your stepdad while this case is pending, so you can't go back to that residence. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have someplace else to go?
Pretty couple friends that can really pass.
Okay. You have absolutely no contact with him while this case is pending. Do not call, do not write, do not email, do not have anyone else call, write, or email Mr. Fletcher. If you have any contact with him whatsoever, you could be charged with another crime and held without bond. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That was his mother last time? Oh, great. We're just keeping it on the family. All right. I'm going to set your bond at $2,000. I'm going to hold you until 4 o'clock today, and I'm going to see you back to court July 9th at 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
Joe, do you still have Sean Holland? We have his paperwork, but he wasn't on the list. Sean, okay, he must have bonded. Ronald Burke. Can I have your date of birth?
6/7/71.
Okay, you are here today for a trespass of a structure conveyance. The bond amount is $1,000. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
No, thank you.
Okay.
So,
Can you represent yourself? Okay. State.
Your Honor, I'm just showing in 2003 with no disposition, a failure to register a motor vehicle out of Pasco County. No other history, Your Honor.
Okay. Have an address here on Taft Street in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. How long have you lived?
Brooksville, actually.
Okay, Brooksville. All right. How long have you lived there?
16 years.
Okay. Do you have a job?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
Tractor work.
Okay. All right. I need to order that you have no contact with Tyler Burke while this case is pending. Okay. Don't have any
Yes, ma'am.
contact with him whatsoever. If you
He
have-
works for me.
Okay, you just can't have any contact with him. I'm going to ROR you today on that condition. If you do have contact with him, you could be rearrested, charged with another crime, and held without bond. Do you understand that?
Okay, so that means he can't work on my job site?
I'm telling you, you can't have any contact with him. How you conduct your business is your own problem. Okay?
Okay.
All right. July 3rd at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Juan Morales Vasquez.
Yes,
Good morning. Can I have your date of birth?
April 25, 1978.
All right. You were here today for driving on a suspended driver's license. I'm showing it's only suspended because you need to pay a reinstatement fee. For some reason, they charged you with the felony driving on suspended. I don't find probable cause for that. But do you want a public defender to represent you at this time?
No, ma'am.
You want to represent yourself?
Yes.
All right. State.
Right.
Other than the driving record, I have that.
An adjudication was held in '08 for a battery out of Pasco County. And no other history, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, I'm going to set your bond at $100. We're going to see you back to court on July 9th at 9 o'clock, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Brian Fritz. Can I have your date of birth? You were here today for resisting an officer with violence. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you? I'll appoint the public defender's office, Steve.
A drug battery in 2011. And an adjudication in 2003 for driving under the influence, and no other history, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Fritz, I don't have an address for you. Where are you living these days?
Springfield, 18095 Sanger Avenue.
How long have you lived there?
About a year.
Do you have a job?
I do.
What kind of work do you do?
I work for myself, contractor.
Okay. All right, it's actually 2 counts there. I'm going to set the bond at $1,000 each, and we're going to see you back to court on July 9th at 9 o'clock, okay?
Now ROR.
No, it was $1,000 each. Frederick Hoyt. Can I have your date of birth?
8/28/80.
You were here today for possession of methamphetamine. Your bond amount is $2,000. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office?
What, ma'am?
Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes.
I'll appoint the public defender's office, Steve.
An adjudication in 2018 for paraphernalia, as well as a controlled substance, and that was out of Hernando County. A jail sentence was imposed in 2017. Also for an unlicensed electric weapon or device, adjudication in 17, and a possession of marijuana in 2017. Carrying a concealed weapon, adjudication in 2016, and that was also out of Hernando County. Another paraphernalia charge in 2016 out of Hernando County, as well as an actual constructive possession of a synthetic. Paraphernalia adjudication withheld in 2006, and that was also out of Hernando County. No other history, Your Honor.
Mr. Hart, I have an address here on Wildwood Drive in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
15 years.
Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
I build docks and seawalls.
Okay. Going to keep the bond the same, and we're going to see you back in court July 9th at 9 o'clock, okay? Reach out to your public defender.
Thank you.
Carriacus Brown. Can I have your date of birth?
7/26/1990.
All right, you are here today for a domestic battery. There's probable cause for your arrest, and it's based on a warrant signed by Judge Angelitis on May 30th. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you going to hire somebody?
I'll probably later on in the case.
Okay, so for right now, you'd like to represent yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
In 2015, an adjudication for unlawful use of two-way communication device, as well as a sale of cocaine. It looks like a jail sentence was imposed. And an actual constructive possession of a synthetic was along with that. Those were Sumter County charges, and I dropped burglary of a structure with assault in 2013, and that was also out of Sumter County, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Brown, I have an address for you on Union Street in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
Almost 2 years.
Okay. Do you have a job?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And is Levita Jenkins? She was here? No? Okay, you're right there. Did you want to say anything about bond or? Yeah. Okay, you'd have to come up here. I can't hear you. All right, come on up to the podium for me. I'm going to place you under oath, okay? Raise your right hand for me. Solemnly swear or affirm the testimony before the court be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, ma'am.
Go and put your hand down. What would you like me to know?
I wanted to let you know that I know he's not like a little bond, and he is the father of my children. So I wanted to ask you if you could list the no contact order, because he does come and take my kids to school every day. And I'm a single parent. Without him, I don't have anybody else family-wise to take the kids to school and get them from me.
Okay. All right, well, I'm not addressing the contact today. The no contact will stay in place. You need to talk to the state attorney's office, keep your appointment with them. And after you have spoken to them, then perhaps that will happen. And Mr. Brown can talk to he doesn't have an attorney, so he's going to figure out he has to figure out on his own how he's going to file a motion to have the no contact lifted, and we'll have to have a hearing on that. But that's not something I'm going to do today. You can talk to the victim witness coordinator about some services that are out there for you, and maybe even the Dawn Center about what services are out there for you and some assistance that you can get in the meantime, okay? But I'm not going to put you or your children in what could be harm's way right now because it's convenient for your children. I'm just not going to do it. So I'm going to let them do their investigation first. Okay? All right. Thank you, ma'am. All right, I'm going to set your bond at $2,000. The no contact is still in place. You're to have no contact with Ms. Jenkins while this case is pending or until you hear differently from the judge assigned to your case. No contact means no contact. Do not call, do not write, do not email. Any way that you can imagine having contact with Ms. Jenkins, I forbid you from doing so. If you do have any contact with her while this case is pending, you could be charged with another crime and held without bond. Do we understand each other?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to see you back to court on July 3rd at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Thank you.
Robert Mellon. Have your date of birth?
6/9/81.
Okay. You are here for driving on suspended driver's license. They charged you with the felony. I do not find probable cause for the felony driving on suspended driver's license, only probable cause for the misdemeanor. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office date. Other than the driving record.
Right, Your Honor. Obstructing or resisting an officer without violence, adjudication, and 2012, where 7 days time served was the sentence. Disorderly intoxication in 2012, adjudication, that was out of Pinellas County. 2011, possession of controlled substance, where a short county jail sentence was imposed. A battery adjudication in 2011. Felony battery adjudication in 2008, and that was out of Largo. A petty theft adjudication in 2007, that was out of Pinellas County. And then everything else is the driving stuff, Your Honor.
Mr. Mellon, I have an address here on Candler Ave in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
Since '02,
Do you have a job?
I'm on disability.
Okay. I'm going to keep your bond at $2,000. We'll see you back July 9th at 9 o'clock, okay?
Thank you.
John Mendez? Mr. Mendez, what's your date of birth? Okay. You are here today for a failure to appear. Looks like you failed to appear for your drug court hearing. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then we also have you for a domestic battery and then a battery on a person over the age of 65. There's probable cause for each of those. Did you have the public defender's office appointed to you previously in your drug case?
I did. I hired an attorney for this month, and that's all I could afford.
All right, you hired an attorney for the case that you have in drug court or for this new case?
For the new case,
Okay.
but I only was able to afford for the next month, until next month.
Okay, then you probably didn't hire somebody, but who do you think that you hired?
I paid Joe Mancuso.
Okay, is there an attorney Mancuso here today? No.
He's not even here.
No, but I will put in that you hired private counsel. And what I've been instructed to do in this is, we have drug court tomorrow. We're going to get you back in front of, I believe it's Judge Scaglione tomorrow, which is 13th. What time is that at? Is that in the afternoon, 2 o'clock, 1:30?
Should be around 2 o'clock.
Okay. So June 13th at 1:30 for your drug case with regard to the domestic battery and the assault or battery on a person over the age of 65. That's based on a warrant signed by Judge Hickman on May 21st. State, you want to be heard on bond on this?
Your Honor, the state would defer to the court.
Okay. All right, I need to order that you have no contact with Janelle Mendez and Vivian Dion. Don't have any contact with either one of them whatsoever. Do not call, do not write, do not email. any way that you can imagine having contact with him, I forbid you from doing so. I'm going to set your bond at $1,000 on each of these cases. If for any reason that somehow delays your treatment or delays what they need to do in drug court, then the attorney that you hired will know how to get the bond reduced or get that taken care of so that you can participate in your drug court obligations. We're going to see you back on that case on July 9th at 9 o'clock in the morning. I need to hold you until 4 o'clock today, Mr. Mendez, okay?
Okay.
All right. Galen Norfleet. Can I have your date of birth?
1-869.
You are here today for a violation of probation. It looks like you were placed on probation for a petty theft and a possession of paraphernalia. There are allegations that you violated that probation by failing to pay supervision fees, court costs, and obtaining a new offense for retail theft and possession of controlled substance on about March 12th in Pasco County. Have you taken care of that Pasco County case yet?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so with regard to this case, it looks like probation is recommending 90 days for Hernando County Jail. Is that something you want to go ahead and take care of today, or do you want to talk to a lawyer first and come back another day?
No, I'll take care of it today.
Okay. Do you understand that by admitting that you violated your probation, you're giving up the right to have a hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Giving up the right to confront witnesses at that hearing, call your own witnesses at that hearing, and you're giving up the right to have the state prove that you violated your probation. Do you want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, with regard to the violation of probation, 2019 MM 53, the petty theft and possession of paraphernalia, do you admit that you violated your probation?
Yes, ma'am.
I accept your admission, find this freely and voluntarily entered, revoke and terminate your probation, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 90 days in Hernando County Jail. Does anyone know anything about the time served?
Judge, he's got a bunch of different times. There's 3 times that he's been in Pasco. 2 of them were specifically for this particular case.
This was after he was on probation, 227.
So that's the original arrest. There was a period of time from 3/12 to 6/10 that he spent in Pasco County. I don't know if the violation was in play at that point, but if you counted all of the Pasco time, he's got over the 90.
Okay, because the violation of probation wasn't even signed until March 27th.
Okay, because he was in since 3/12. So if you start from 3/27, the violation.
Well, that's just when the warrant was signed. I don't know when he was arrested on it.
I understand, but I'm just, if he was in custody at that time.
So, anyone want to agree to what? Yeah, go ahead.
I looks like I have a Pasco arrest affidavit for this case that he was arrested on 6/7/19 over there.
Okay. So it has 6
We'd
days
ask the court to
this time around.
consider the time from the date of the warrant,
Okay.
which would be 91 days.
That's from 3/27 until 6/10?
Yes, that includes that time from 3/27. But he also was originally arrested there back in December of 18. He was arrested there in February of this year.
Okay, this is too much math for me.
And if we go from the date of the warrant, he's got 91 days.
Are you all good with the time served? It sounds like he's got at least that in.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so that way we don't have to do any math. I'm good with that. Okay, so we'll give you credit for the 90 days that you have in. You will have cost of prosecution and the cost of incarceration for those 90 days and the public defender fee. Thank you. Joshua, whatever. There's only one Joshua left coming up. Desicio Coronado.
Yes, ma'am.
What's your date of birth?
December 25th, 1992.
All right, you're here today for a burglary, battery, and possession of drug paraphernalia. The bond amounts are a total of $26,000. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes.
I'll find the public defender's office, state.
I'm not showing any Florida history, Your Honor, but I do have New York history. I'm showing a convicted of grand theft and petty larceny, convicted in 2016 out of Queens, New York, and no other history, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, are you living here in Hernando County or just visiting?
No, I'm from New York.
Okay. Are you down here visiting?
Yeah, with my girlfriend. I came to visit family.
Okay. That was your co-defendant we heard from earlier, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty. You have someplace to stay down here while this case is pending?
Yes. My uncle's.
Where's he live?
My uncle, I have two places. I have my uncle, he lives in 6630 Deep Palm Road in the Wintry Apartments, and my other friend lives in Lando Lakes.
Okay. Because the only address you put down here for the jail is 9407222 Street.
That's my mom's address in New York because they asked where I was living. And I
Okay.
told them I live there.
All right. Well, you need to provide the jail with an address that you're going to be living at while this case is pending in order for
60.
you. No, the jail. I didn't say it right now. See, you New Yorkers always want to interrupt me. All right.
I'm sorry.
Don't say it right now. Provide it to the jail. You have to provide it to them before you're allowed to leave jail on bond. Do you understand that?
Understand.
I'm going to set the bond on count 1 at $5,000. Count 2 is going to stay at $1,000. I'm going to order no contact with the victim in this case, Jenny Hoyas. You heard me describe what no contact means?
Yes, no contact at all.
That's right. We'll see you back to court July 9th at 9 o'clock.
All right.
James Mann, he bonded, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Yes.
All right, very good. Did I get everyone at the jail?
Yes, for the first hearing.